Porky tells it like it is. If you don't like it, don't watch it. There's talkers and there's smoky bacon walkers.
Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. Today, I'm joined by Micky Theo from Essex. Thought we'd have him on again. We usually have him on once a week, like a catch-up. How you been doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, fantastic, Russ.
What you been doing now that your car wash is back open and that? You been busy?
Listen, mate, we're bombarded with customers bumper to bumper. It's gone mad, you know what I mean? We was a bit short of staff. Now we're okay. We've got some staff now. So, yeah, I just ease back a bit, let the guys get on with it and deal with the car side of things.
Are you still doing tyres and everything, Mick, and stuff like that?
Yeah, still doing that.
Good man. You like a few quid, don't you, mate? You like to get out there and earn.
Well, listen, what can I say? We've all got to earn it. We've all got to live it to do and get on with it. So, and it is what it is. It's life. We call it life, isn't it? You know, so we do it.
Yeah. Right. We'll talk about what's latest with John and how you doing with that situation. Now, obviously, we're approaching next month. In fact, I think is it this week or next week since John put a video out saying that he'll batter any man over 50 in the world. Is it this week or next week?
Did he put a video out?
He did a video, didn't he, saying he challenges any man over 50. You accepted. So we're approaching the year, aren't we now?
Yeah, thereabouts, I suppose.
And he's been quiet since August. Am I right?
Something like that, Russ. I lose track with this geezer, you know what I mean? He doesn't know what... He just comes out with talking a lot of shit at the moment, doesn't he? Trying to be a broadcaster for the main event, you know? I think he's more fucking the thing up than putting it right, you know? How can you have him talking on behalf of you as a boxer, you know? I'll put Eddie Hearn over me fucking in. I'll give him a spank because I can do it. What's that Mancunian word they use?
Pull rank.
Because I can pull rank. Put that in your fucking hand, smoke it, your pipe. You can't pull any rank, mate. You can't pull your own rank. Yeah? You can't pull your own rank to get in with me. Yeah? When you pull your own rank to get in with me, then you're a man. Until then, you're a useless coward to even the gypsies, mate. I hear it every day. That fucking John Fury is nothing. We thought he was a man. He's nothing. He's just a fucking another geezer. He's full of shit. You know, that's what I'm hearing for him. Honestly, Russ. The travellers that I see down my end, mate, they got no respect at all for him. You know, he can't even. They can't even get out of. And you know, he's a travelling man. He must come out and fight. That's what travellers do. Yeah, he's got no arsehole. That's all he ain't. He's got no bollocks and he's got no arsehole. Yeah, and he's got no respect from the travellers. Yeah. And you know what? His name is Big Time Tarnish. And stick that in your pipe and smoke it, Jonathan.
Well, I do watch a lot of things on YouTube, and I do like watching some of these travellers having beef and that. But a couple of families that I've been watching lately, McGinley's and Joyce's, whenever anything's said, they always turn up and get at it, don't they? And there's always seems to be fair play in that. So I've got a lot of respect for them.
Yeah. I mean, Decker's doing that one, and he's meant to be doing a pay-per-view on them.
I know.
But that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
I know.
Somewhere in Manchester.
Well, with some travelling families in Manchester.
Joyce is in Doherty, isn't it?
Yeah, Doherty. Yeah, they seem to turn up for their
them two having it. I think next month sometime, isn't it? I think.
Who's the guy in Ireland? Who is it? James Quinn? I think he turns up for his battles as well. There's a few families. They all seem to turn up. They've got a bit of honour about themselves, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't think there's many people allowed to turn up for this one. I think it's just, you know, the travellers, a couple from each side, and that's it. You know, and the guy obviously filming it. At least they got the balls to get out and do it. At least, you know. Yeah. You want to be the man.
Yeah, I watched
X-rated.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on, you watched what? You watched a few?
No, I was just saying I watched a Dan Rooney fight as well on VHS when I were in Wolds Prison in '93. There were a lad in there. I think his name was Sailor's Price from Doncaster. He was on the same wing as me. I think he got a video in, and it was Dan Rooney fighting somebody. Is it a guy from up north or something? I saw that were a good fight, and I saw that the other night as well. But that were on YouTube. And he's a big fighting man, that Dan Rooney, and There was a big old fair crowd there when he had a fight. And it looked like it was all pretty organised and really good. You see, I have a bit of a problem with John's story in the Sun newspaper. John, you said in the Sun newspaper you had a fight for £100,000, and the Sun newspaper columnist. This is on internet, by the way. The Sun newspaper guy said, "John, who did you fight for this £100,000?" And John went, "Oh, I forgot the man's name." Now, any man fights any man for free, never mind £100,000. He will know that man's name, because I know everybody's name I've ever got a fight with, in prison, in school, and outside of school, outside pubs, the lot. If you had a fight for 100 bags, mate, with somebody, would you remember the man's name if you knocked him out?
Of course you would. You know, of course you would, definitely. Even if you never there was no money involved, you'd still know the name.
Yeah. So I don't know what to make of it all, but maybe the Johns wants to come on, go on IFL or Boxing Social or Decker's channel or mine and explain who this guy was that he iced for 100 bags. Because, in my opinion, didn't happen. And I know that because I've heard off a very, very good source who knows John very well that didn't happen. But moving on, your fight with John, May 28th, it got cancelled. So, Mick, what are we going to do to get this fight on now? What's going on here, mate? The man won't.
Got a few more tears. Get a few more tears out, right?
The man's running. The man's hiding. Where is he?
The man's running. The man's hiding. He's a coward. He's got no arsehole. He's a fucking chicken.
Where is John Fury, Mick? What's happened to the man?
John Fury is he's brought out a new brand called Fury DNA. What DNA have you got? You got fuck all DNA, excuse my French. You got no DNA about you. If you had proper DNA in you, Irish travelling DNA, mate, you'd be out like a light challenging me. You called it on, mate. I've accepted your challenge. Just do it. You know what I mean? But you ain't got no arsehole, mate. Yeah? You're a nothing. You're a nobody. All you can do is sit in that chair, make, I don't know, stupid videos about you doing this water, you bringing that out brand, DNA Fury. What? You should be ashamed of yourself. The whole Travellers are ashamed of you. Yeah, you're a man to be ashamed of, and put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay? That's all you are, mate. An arsehole.
Yeah. Yeah, strong words, mate. Strong words.
Strong words? Well, that is strong words. They're pussy words. To a pussy with tits and no bollocks.
Oh, God.
Yeah? Come out and have some of that.
I better
come and knock me out if you can. Come on, big man. You think you're a big man picking up in all them vulnerable people? Come and have a go at me. Come in a ring with me, mate. Yeah? I'll tear you apart, you bastard. That's what you say.
I don't think he said
all
that,
them strong
John.
words. Come out, you pussy.
I thought he said he'd tear you limb from limb or something, wasn't it, Mick? I don't know.
Probably, I don't know. Yeah. You know, he's just all mouth. A big mouthy might. Listen, I think your son's ashamed of you, how you conduct yourself. All your sons are probably ashamed of the way you're acting. Listen, they're fighting men. They're out there and they're fighting. They're doing the right thing. But you, DNA, you got no fucking DNA. You know what are you talking about? Get rid of that clothing line you got, because I'm going to bring a proper DNA out. Yeah, the Theo team DNA. Yeah, wants to smash you. Right, we'll get off your contact when I come up to see you. We're going to have all of them t-shirts, yeah?
I've got his number here for you if you want to get into it. In fact, he lives near you. He lives no, Cheshire. Malpas in Cheshire he lives. K Official. K Official, they're called.
Okay. So we'll have the official DNA tops there. Team Theo.
Team Theo. Is that what you want to do, Mick?
Proper fucking things, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Oh God! What's going to happen if you go to a show, Mick, after all this lockdown, and you go to a show? But John Fury turns up with his flat cap on.
Fucking hell! I shit myself. I ran out the back door.
Well, after me. I don't know. When's it all going to end, mate?
Listen, Russ, it's a simple fucking punch-up scrap, isn't it, for a good cause?
Yeah.
What, you can't do that?
Yeah.
I was in the gym this morning, mate, smashing it to fucking hell, you know what I mean? It's nothing. Just get in and do it. You feel great after. You feel like you're a fucking man, not a fucking mouse like you.
Mate, I've had a lot of I get a lot of emails regarding you. Mainly a lot of them are really good. I mean, you've only got to look at the analytics what we get, where people are watching the videos longer since you started coming on channel. At the beginning, you got a lot of stick and a lot of hate, and it seems to have gone into like you're pretty popular. I get a lot of emails asking me these are main questions. Porky, you've got no arsehole. You didn't ask Mick if he's still on steroids. So, Mick, are you still on steroids? Yes or no?
No, because I'm a mini Mighty Mouse now to how I was before. Do you know what? Next time we do a chat show, I'll bring you a T-shirt I used to wear, and I used to be fucking tight in it. Yeah, it's probably nearly double the size of me. It's massive, you know.
Yeah.
And I keep that, and I look at it sometimes, and I think, how big I was before, you know. No.
So I'm not going to go into what you weigh now, but are you about 9 stone less than what you weigh, Mick?
A bit more than that.
About 10 stone less than what you weigh then, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's a lot of weight, that, isn't it, Mick?
It is, yeah. It's a lot of weight, and I suppose I've done it over the last 25 years. You know, slowly chipping at it. You know, kept the training up, moved more to boxing than to the weights. You know, because when you got massive lats, your lats are coming out from around there. You know, you can't even pull them in. You know what I mean? So you've got to get everything right, and I've got it right now. I've got it to a comfort zone that I want, so it's all good. You know.
Well, and another question I get asked, obviously, asked Mickey, obviously you've been off steroids how long, mate? 25 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Right. You don't take anything whatsoever. You just.
I don't take anything whatsoever. No.
Right. So we've got that out there. Another one is, you know, them veins on your arms, mate. They're quite big veins, them for like a human being, aren't they? Why are they like that, mate? That's what some other questions I keep getting asked.
You know what, Russ? I think over the years of training, you know, and pushing so much power and weights, you know, I was very strong, you know, in what I do. I should have really been a powerlifter, but I just enjoyed pushing heavy weights.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, pushing it and the pressure you're going through will expand, your veins expand, don't they?
Do they? Oh, right.
Yeah. With the pressure you're putting through it, you know. And if I like now do this, I don't know, squeeze my head, they'll all come up, you know what I mean? Because of the pressure, look.
Yeah, I can see that, mate, yeah.
I've got big veins anyway. Why have I got big veins in my neck, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Same thing, you know what I mean? It's all the pressure over the years, I think. Pull-ups, press-ups, deadlifts, squats, you know, everything's, your body's under pressure, isn't it? You're exploding your body all the time.
Yeah.
So... listen, some people are born with the veins. Some people don't even have veins and like to have veins, you know.
Yeah.
Some people go for blood tests and they can't even get a blood. The nurses can't even get blood out. It's just the way your body's made, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I was made to smash that John Fury out, you know, and show the world that he's nothing. He's just a piece of put blind down. Yeah, a chicken that don't cluck anymore. You know, but
yeah, because
you know what? You know the thing with John, yeah, he's trying to, like he's doing at the moment, trying to put contracts right for the fighters, yeah, for Tyson, which I think he'd fuck it up normal. He's trying to get Tommy to a good standard, okay. Well, why don't he? What about himself, the X-rated man? He ain't no fuck all. No one knows about him. Listen, David Campbell fucking done you twice, John. Remember, David Campbell fucked you twice, mate. Yeah, smashed you twice. And I'll repeat it now, and you know he did. And you come back and making a big story up that he died 10 years ago. He actually passed away 5 years ago. So there's the lie from to your people that you're trying to get this bollocks out to. So he passed away about 5 years ago. But David Campbell spanked your bum, mate, twice, and went up to your campsite, and you wouldn't even come out. You'd have the balls to come out, and your pitch, and whoever campsite where it was, people who was around there, and if they're watching this, they knew exactly what was happening that day. So David Campbell spanked your bum, mate, or knocked you out twice.
Who's he like? Who's he, this David Campbell?
This David Campbell was some friends of I know. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to come on the channel. They don't want to get involved. But they said to me, a pal of mine, and listen, I've got the recordings, but I promise not to put them out there. That you know, they knew him from school days, and this is when he was 28 years of age in his prime. David Campbell spanked your ass twice, mate, and embarrassed you not coming out of your gypsy campsite, wherever that was. So you've got to live with that and put it in your pipe and smoke it, mate, because David Campbell, two occasions, and the third occasion embarrassed you for not coming out and fighting him. Because you're not a man, you're not X-rated, you're a nobody, you're a piece of put, mate, a funky chicken, yeah? That's all you are, John. You keep hiding, mate. I'm still going. You keep hiding. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. Like I said to you before, get up and have the balls to come and fight me, or get up and have the balls to say you don't want to fight me. You. Yeah. Nothing, mate. Right. Big tits, big sloppy Baywatch tits. And you look like Shrek as well. You know that geezer Shrek?
That's cartoon.
That funny fucking geezer with a big head, big bald head. That's what he looks like. Big fat Shrek.
All right then, you've probably just got me another slap there, mate. But right, all right then. Moving on then from the adventures of John Fury and Shrek. You've just blown my head there with that comment, Mick. I forgot my train of thought.
Oh yeah, we got a nice surprise for him on the next pod. Maybe next week. Yeah, the geezer that he fought.
Oh, maybe we might just keep that under wraps. Don't we mention any names? We might have somebody...
keep it under wraps, lad. We'll embarrass him next week, lad. No problem, lad.
We might have somebody coming on channel who John's been in ring with. We might be. We might not though. But we're going to see, aren't we, mate? We're going to see.
Yeah, we got someone that would enlighten everyone's eyes out there.
Right. Okay.
And embarrass him a bit more.
Right. Right, mate. I also get a lot of emails, people asking, what's your sort of day like in the morning? Because I know, I obviously know your routine, but what's your day like in the morning? What time do you rise? What do you do for all day? What time do you go to bed?
I rise probably 5:30, straight in the gym. Get back, have a bit of breakfast, have a shower, go to work. Get back from work. Listen, I'm no later than 10 o'clock. I'm in bed. Because if you're up early, you need, you've had a long day and a good training day. You hit 9, 10 o'clock, you want to sleep. That's the sort of time you feel like going to bed. Yeah. Just busy throughout the day, really. Always doing something. Always busy doing something, Russ. I'm not one to sit around. I've got to be doing something. I'm an active guy.
What do you do in the morning? Do you go running around your land with your dog, or do you go somewhere else and do your running?
To be honest, having a dog with you, it's a bit of a headache, you know what I mean? Because you've got to keep him up. But listen, he's used to what I do now. So where we go, we can do, there's some nice places we can do some working out, and whatever we do. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't need to tell people what I'm doing at the moment. Once the fight's over, if it happens, then I'll go into more details. Not a problem.
Okay. But obviously, you're still keeping your son trim by looking at you. There's no fat on you, is there?
Nah.
Do you not eat a lot of fatty foods then, Mick? Is everything that you eat lean and all that? Because obviously, from what I've seen when I've been out with you, you eat lean food. There's a lot of well, you see what I eat. I mean, I try and eat healthy like in a week, and I try and blow out on weekends, eat what I want. Yeah. But a lot of the food I do eat in a week, like I call it healthy, it's got a lot of fat in it, but good fats. Yeah. Like a lot of fish, salmon, sea bream, sea bass. Avocados, things like that. It's got a lot of fat in it, but great fats for you. So I do eat fatty foods, but the right ones. There's the right ones and there's the wrong ones. Yeah. You need a bit of fat in your body anyway, in your diet. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We obviously I know a little bit about you, and I've asked a few people, but I've been told that you can fly an helicopter, Mick. Is that true? Yeah,
I passed my test about early 80s. Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
What made you do that?
I had a Ferrari 355 back in the day. You know, I think it was an R-Edge, a yellow convertible, and I had it up for sale, and a friend of mine at the time, a friend of a friend's, had a manor house, a gated place with he had the showroom inside his grounds, funny enough.
Yeah.
And I was at his gate. I pulled up at his gate with a car, so he was going to advertise me. I wasn't really doing car trading back in the day. And next thing, I looked up with amazement. This thing was going woo, 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 woo. This helicopter was taken off from his grounds, and I was stunned about it, you know.
Yeah.
And my mate turned up behind me, and apparently he was already doing it. And I thought, wow, that's amazing, you know. And we went straight down the airfield after, and I was addicted. I loved it.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to do things like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I went for my test in the end. I've done about 40 odd hours, passed my test, and yeah, I've been flying since. Great stuff. It's great buzz, it's great feeling. But listen, I do it all the time, so it's nothing out of the ordinary for me, you know. I don't think about it. It's like driving a car, really. Yeah. But it's a different type of aircraft, you know, and you feel so free up there. You feel like you're a bird, you know. It's just amazing feeling. A lot of people I take up, they're scared to go up there, you know, but I actually, if I'm flying straight, I bank the helicopter right over, so they're sitting there, you know, and I'm actually going, oh, get out. But it's quite funny. It's it's a good buzz. I've enjoyed it over the years. But listen, you're up there in an aircraft, you know, you got to be careful what you're doing. Your mind's got to be constantly, you can have a few pals in the back, in the front, whatever. But, you know, you've always got, you've got people's lives in your hands when you go up there, you know, so you got to respect that and focus all the time, you know, because, you know, people getting up, a few mates and having a laugh and a joke, some are shitting themselves, someone want to get out, and, you know, I might do a few maneuvers up in the air, which would terrify them, but, you know, I've got their lives in my hands, and I have to look after them, and, you know, and take that into consideration, being professional, what I'm doing. Because I'm a captain.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how do you land them then? Because that's when most of the accidents happen, isn't it? Taking off and landing. How do they land, mate?
In a helicopter taking off, I don't think you won't really get much accidents. It's more even coming into land. Listen, there's one priority. You take off into the wind, yeah? Because you need lift. Yeah? Effective translation for lift. So as you're flying along, 60 knots, pull back the stick, or an aircraft, like they've got a steering wheel, pull it back, and you start lifting up into air. Now, if the air is going the opposite way, against you, and you're trying to take off, you can't, because the air's slamming you down, yeah? You need the air under you, so you can lift, you know? You're getting the lift from the air. It's like a cushion. If the air's behind you, it's going to slam you down the ground. So if you're gonna land a helicopter or a plane, any plane or mechanical thing up there that's got an engine, you're going to land it, anything, and you're going downwind, with the wind, you're going to slam into the ground, Wow. You've got to land into a wind cushion, But if you see a pigeon, for instance, as it's flying around, it then flaps back, doesn't it? So there.
Yeah.
It goes down and then it flaps back, and that's his braking into wind. If the wind weren't there, his opposite, he's going to go into the ground. So it's quite simple when you think about it. Taking, you know, sometimes you got a runway 1127 and 11. You know, if you're going into land, the pilot will always speak to the control tower and say, you know, ask for what's the runways. In coming into land, and they'll tell them it's 27 or 11. But you know, they should know things like that anyway, because they've done the homework. What's the runways anyway? So, but they always double check before they hit there, because if the weather's changing, it's bad, they'll change the runway around the other way because the wind might have changed. Yeah, and you've always got you see them big orange. We call them socks. It's an indication of what the wind sock. What way the wind's turning, because they can turn anyway, you know. Flying helicopters, you're always looking out for trees, and you're looking for smoke and things like that. Hence, to tell you what way the wind's going. So that's it, basically. And especially pylons, big pylons, you know, the big wire pylons on motorways, big pylons with cables going off them. In a helicopter, you've always got to look out for them because wires. In this country, we don't. I know it's abroad. You have, especially in Spain, you have a lot of balls, big balls around the cable, so you can see them for the helicopters. Yeah. They put these big balls on the wires as they're going, you know, from tower to tower, which is good. It's a safety aspect. In the UK, we don't have that. Yeah, so you've always got to look out for wires, high wires, or pylons. Them big pylons you see on the motorway that run the cables. Yeah. So that's basically it. You got to be aware of all them things, basically. You got a big bubble in front of you. You've got plenty of views, left, right. In the plane, you don't have it. You know, sometimes you're sitting down on the plane. You got very small views. You can't see who's coming either side of you and who's underneath you. With a helicopter, you can see to a degree what's underneath you. So you've got to be alert when you're up there. Although it's, you know, it's a big airspace up there. And we stay below 2,200 feet. All the big planes are above 2,200 feet. Yeah. That gives you an indication of the small planes underneath, the big planes above 2,200. So when they're coming to land in London, they're 2,000 foot, 2,200. Nowadays, the small aircraft can't travel in London. They banned them from many years ago. We used to go down the Thames, fly around the Thames, quite nice views and all that to see London in the air. But they are helicopters that do take off from Battersea. They're like taxis, basically. Big helicopters that run by big companies. Yeah, but that's the flying side of things.
Yeah, you're like Airwolf, aren't you, Mick?
Listen, it's just something different, you know. To me, it was a big buzz back in the day. Now it's there. I've done it. I've seen it, done it. You know, so that's not anything. But it's just it's nice, still nice to go up there and have a buzz around, you know.
Yeah, it's something I've never really wanted to do, like, because I look at it like this. It's dangerous out like that, and you could end up brown bread.
Everything's dangerous in life for us. You can't get knocked out. You could probably have more. You probably have more of an accident in a car, you know, than rather in the air in a helicopter. You know, because you know up there's not really anything that can go wrong unless it's pilot error. You know, we do practice engine failures and things like that. If the helicopter was to fail, engine fail or something, you can land it. You know, you can actually land it onto the skids, which I've done many times. I've even had police like hovering in the air watching what we do because they know what we're doing. They've done it and that to get to where they are.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's you're a bit of an action man, Mick, aren't you, really? Doing all that kind of thing.
I might speak to Stallone and try and get in one of his movies.
Well, the Expendables.
Expendables.
Well, you've been in Snatch, Mick, haven't you?
Yeah.
You went mad, didn't you, in that cell, didn't you? Was it in a cell they filmed it?
It was actually a padded cell, yeah.
In an hospital or a prison?
Yeah, it was like an old prison thing, yeah.
How did you come to get that part in Snatch?
I was training with Scott Welsh at the time. I think I mentioned it to you a while back, and he had the main event fighting Brad, didn't he? When he uppercuts Brad, and Brad goes up in the end and ends up in the swimming pool. And they were looking for.
Richie Woodall played that part though, didn't he? Do you know Richie Woodall? He was a stunt double, wasn't he, in that?
Was he?
Richie Woodall, yeah, because I think I read it in an interview. I could be wrong, but I'm sure Richie Woodall did some stunt doubling for Brad Pitt when Scott Welsh hit him. You'd have to check with Scott Welsh on that, but
yeah, I didn't know that. But anyway, I went for the part, and there was about, I don't know, there's quite a few people went for it for the casting, and I got it. So yeah, it was just fist really. Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, and obviously you've had a few nice cars, haven't you? What's the best car you've had, Mick?
I don't know what you call the best car, because you've got sports cars, you've got the prestige cars. I don't know. I think at the time when I had the Enzo Ferrari, I think when I had that, I had the Phantom Drophead as well at the same time. So that was probably the best. The Phantom Drophead was the best at the time. It's probably still up there now, and the Enzo, which we could say is still up there now. So yeah, I've had them side by side in the garage, and at the same time I had a Bentley GT.
Yeah.
I think you've seen pictures of them anyway, Russell.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So,
I don't like stuff like that. I like coupes, mate. You know, BMW coupes and.
Well, a GT's a coupe, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a bit different to what I can afford.
yeah, but it's still a coupe, isn't it? The GT, the Bentley GT is a coupe. Well, you got the Spur is a Ford, or the Continental GT is a two. So yeah, you know.
What are you driving now, mate?
Still in a GT Bentley. Yeah.
Is it greedy?
It's a naughty boy, yeah, very greedy.
I mean, people are looking now at getting hybrid cars that do 150 to a gallon, and you're driving around in stuff that does 8 to a gallon, aren't you?
It's a joke, really, isn't it? Yeah, I know. And I suppose they're going to bring the electric one out, not in the near future.
Bentley.
Still a couple of years away. Yeah, it's got to happen, because, and they're not making the W12 anymore, you know. So they're just bringing out the 4 litre now.
Yeah.
V8 instead of the W12, which is 2.6s. So that's the end of that era. But I suppose, listen, I've been in these battery cars. You know, my mate bought a brand new i8 years ago when it first came out, and I was shocked the power come out of it. It was similar to the Enzo. You know, it was a mad feeling for a battery operated car. And they were one of the first BMW to come out, weren't they? The i8 as a sports car, the one with the doors to open up.
Yeah,
and they're value for money now, right?
Steffi Bull's got a BMI 8.
Yeah, you can probably pick them up for early 30s now.
That's a bit. I think you get a bit more than that for his.
Yeah, but it depends what I'm talking about, the cheaper ones.
Yeah.
But I think it was only 110, 115 new anyway.
Yeah, they lose money quick though, don't they?
Every car loses money, you know. Apart from like the Enzo now, it's worth €2 million, you know.
Yeah. All right then. What do you think about the Eddie Hearn big news today that he's going to leave Sky on the 30th of June?
Where's he going to go to then? He's going to leave Sky?
The DAZN in England and DAZN in America.
I think Sky's a big name, isn't it? In the UK, especially. It's a big name.
They're going to pay Eddie 100 million over 5 years.
Well, it's all about money at the end of the day, isn't it? Boxing is, you know, like I've always said to you, it's all about money, you know. And if he can get that sort of money and Sky can't match it, I would leave him, wouldn't you? And anyone would. It's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Well, when Sky are giving you 15 million over 5 years, 15 million, and these are giving you 100 million, it's a no-brainer, isn't it, really? It's like
big time.
6.5 times more. Well, I don't know, it's more, it's 6-7 times more. So more money. So if you can get, well, like I just said, there 3 million a year from Sky or 20 million a year from DAZN, you're going to go to DAZN, aren't you?
Anyone would. Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is, you know, and the money talks, you know. Sky, they're going to be losing out. But yeah, anyone in that position would do the same thing. So I think Barry Hearn's just retired, hasn't he? And Eddie's taken over as president now.
Well, he will do now. He signed that big deal, won't he?
Yeah, I read that in the paper the other day. He's retired, or retiring, sitting back, but he's still involved in a sense. But president's going to be Eddie now. But listen, Eddie's doing a great job, isn't he? I think how he comes across and how he conducts himself, that's him, isn't it? That's his job. that's what he loves, and it's just second to none how he does it. I think he's doing a great job. I think he's doing a great job. I think he's going to take over as a top. I think he's really becoming the top promoter at the moment, isn't he? Manager, promoter, whatever.
Yeah, he's doing good, isn't he?
And that's why Dad wants him to pay because he's taking a lot of fighters over, even American fighters. He's signing them up, and hence a lot of people want to come over to him because they know he can make fights happen. You know.
Yeah.
Why is Billy Joe come over to him?
Because he wants the big fights, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Frank. I suppose Frank didn't think that was ready for him yet. No disrespect to Frank, because Frank knows what he's doing. Yeah.
I think Frank's a bigger boxing man than Eddie.
Frank's been around for years, mate. He's pedigree, isn't he? He's a blue chip in that game. He ain't silly. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's been around some big eras. Big fights over the years. And yeah, Frank's a big man. I like Frank. He's all right.
Yeah, he is. Okie dokie then. What you got planned for the rest of the day, Mick?
Rest of the day, just gonna have a bit of lunch in a minute and see what's happening with the boys outside. And yeah, just the usual, mate.
All right then.
Work.
I'll send this to Cameron today and get your sponsors put on it. And
have you seen Out of John Fury?
Not seen him, mate. Oh,
I say that out of all things. Have you seen Out of him?
Not seen Out of him. Have you seen him?
Have you looking at dustbins and railways and
train stations, bus stations, ferry ports, airports? Look for him. The man's running. The man's hiding. He needs to turn up.
You hear that, John?
Turn up, John. Let's get it
Turn
over
up,
and done with.
Don't embarrass.
Win, lose,
Don't
or draw.
Don't embarrass your name. Don't embarrass you as a traveller. Have some bollocks. Come out and fight me, you arsehole.
Just get it over and done with, John. And let's
listen. It's for good cause. Yeah, you got nothing to lose. Only when I give it to you and you go down the canvas. That's all you got to lose. So don't worry about it.
All right.
In and out, done, finished.
Okay then. Well, listen. Have a great day, Mick, and we'll get this out.
And you and everyone who's watching this.
We'll get this out Sunday tea time. All right, mate.
All right, lad.
All right.
Take care.
You take care.
Don't forget, push the button down below. $5.99
a month. We've got bills to pay. Has he gone? All right then.
No, I'm still here, mate. I think my battery's going. I don't know why it's going low. I've got the charger plugged in.
All right then, mate. Well, listen, you have a great day, and God bless. Cheers.
And you, Russ. And love to everyone. Bye, mate.
Bye.
You like that one, didn't you? Right, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me because we're on this journey together, aren't we? So anybody got any ideas for the channel, fire them over to me, porkycorner@mail.com. All right, shout out to Innovation Alloys and South Yorkshire Packaging. All right, don't forget to subscribe, keep on trucking.